Hey everybody, it's Kristen and Kay again. And we are here. We thought we'd talk a little bit about the hard parts. It's not always about communicating when things are good. Sometimes it's about communicating and surviving when things are really, really bad. So here's the thing about combative behavior or aggression or physical anger. It is as terrifying for them, more terrifying for them than it is for us, right?
Yes.
And we have to remember in those times that it's not them, it's the disease, the awful part of it. Yesterday, I took my grandma with me to pick up my son from school. We've done this dozens and dozens of times. It's become a routine to go together in the morning to drop the kids off at school and to pick them up in the afternoon. Granny was a school teacher for almost 40 years, and it became a really nice way for her to go to school every day again. She asks all the time. Yesterday, we had a really nice afternoon, a couple of hours of laughter and light and really fun times. And we got to the school, and we walked in, and 15 seconds after walking through the door, a flip switched. And that's how it works. That's how it works in Alzheimer's most of the time. Not all of the time. There isn't always warning. There usually isn't a trigger. Things just come out of nowhere, and the good turns into bad really, really fast. Excuse me. We've had really fast progression in the physical combativeness and anger in the last couple of weeks, and that's incredibly hard to deal with. But this time was devastating. We picked up my son. We found him in the school, and we picked him up, and I was trying to coax her and guide her the way that we always do to help before things get bad, convince her that it's her idea, using all of the tactics of communicating that we've talked about in the other video and that are very powerful and important. Sometimes in this state of mind, they don't work and they're not enough. Very quickly, things got scary and incredibly aggressive, and there was a school full of kids there witnessing things. So thankfully, one of the aides is another Sina, and she has been trained in dealing with Alzheimer's. The two of us had to physically help Grandma out of the building, which if you've ever moved or physically had to handle somebody with Alzheimer's or dementia, you know just how scary that is for them. That's, I think, the worst, is that it's terrifying for them. What they feel and how they act is incredibly real, whether that is logical at all or not, which it's not, obviously. We got her into the car, and the aide went out and got my son and got him into the car, and she was still screaming and yelling and hitting and flailing, and she gets incredibly smart when she gets aggressive and angry. Her words still don't make sense, but she has that attitude that we all know. Everybody has that attitude when they're really angry at somebody else, and it comes out in full force in that space. So we got in the car. Everybody was buckled, and I was reassuring her that we're gonna go home. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna see Grandpa. And before I was even out of the parking lot, she was opening the door, and she was really, she took my wrap and bandages off my arm, and was very, very physically aggressive. And at this point, my son in the back seat was terrified. He was very afraid. So we stopped, and I had him get out. See, this is the hard part. The combative stuff is hard. It's just hard. It's hard for everybody. And he was very scared. He ran back to school. The teachers got him, and he went home with another mom to be with some of his friends until I was able to come pick him up. And this is what you have to do. You do what you have to do to keep your loved ones safe, to keep the kids safe, to keep the grandma safe, to keep myself safe. So I parked the car, and we stopped, and you're going to see some footage along the way in this video that is hard. It's hard to see, it's hard to listen to, it's hard to watch, and it's really important. I eventually, about 45 minutes in to the struggle, I hit record on my camera, so that we could capture a little bit of this. I think it's an incredibly important lesson. It's something that nobody wants to talk about, and it's probably the most important thing to talk about with Alzheimer's and dementia, in my opinion. Grandma wanted to get out. And if it wasn't me, and if I hadn't been trained, and if I wasn't physically capable of helping her stay in a safe place in the car, she would have walked into the highway, or she would have gone into a building. She was screaming for help to anybody that walked by, which I had to I had to tell them that she had Alzheimer's and I had help coming, which I did. We're using a cream now for Grandma if she gets incredibly out of sorts, that helps her calm down, and I didn't have anything with me. Because it's unpredictable when this happens, I know now to keep things with me. But I had the cream coming, and I was able to keep her calm. And she was incredibly aggressive the entire time. And the only thing we can do in that space, the only thing that we can that gets us through that is to remind them, to reassure them, even if that's not seemingly helping at the time, it does eventually calm them down. She did eventually calm down. It took a good hour, but she did eventually calm down. And we have to reassure them, keep them calm, keep calm ourselves, remind ourselves constantly that this is not the person, it's the disease. That's incredibly challenging to do. And to give ourselves space to feel that. Keep yourself safe and keep the people around you safe.
Mother, please get me!
Grandma,
Please
you're okay.
get me!
Listen, we're gonna go home in a second, okay?
Oh, okay.
I've got to keep you safe. You got to stay right here.
Oh, isn't that the money in the ground? Oh, brother. Isn't it, Brown? You don't even have one about. You don't have it in about, out seed, in seed, with people having it all instead and whacking you, and that's about.
I know.
And I have all of those things to you. And that's where they're going. You didn't even notice that, did you?
Well, we're going to get you home
No.
as soon as we can.
Oh, you're going to get to guess. Oh, all right.
You got to stay here, though.
You can. No, I'm going.
No, well, we have to stay here
I
to
am
keep
not
you safe,
going.
okay?
I am not going anywhere down here.
Okay. Well, as soon as
Well,
John gets back, we'll get some cream and then we'll be able to go home.
Oh, let's see.
Okay?
Oh, no, you don't want to go.
No, we got to stay here.
No, I guess I have to set 4. In the first of 4. And you are the duct.
It's all right, Grandma. You're going to be okay.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. But you
right.
are the diffest person
I know.
in a knife.
I hear you.
That's right.
Number.
I know it.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh, that's really interesting. Oh, isn't it good? That is the jug. And we junked the jug.
Listen.
And then we all jumped at the jug.
You got to stay right here.
And oh no, what? No, we're not.
We've got to keep you safe, okay?
Oh, that's good. That's
No.
doggone good.
No, we got to keep your legs right there.
Oh, really?
Yep.
No.
Just scoot back then. There you go. That's a better way to sit.
No. Mm-mm. No.
Grandma, you've got to stay here to keep you safe. I've got to keep you right here.
You
Okay?
are going
Listen,
to get
you know what?
to hurt.
We're going to get you
down
home as
here.
soon as we can.
Down here.
I know.
Down here.
Well, we can't.
Help.
Hey, you're okay.
Help
You're
me.
Okay.
Help
She's
me,
got Alzheimer's. I've
please.
got help coming.
Please, Mel, help me.
Thank you.
Please help me. Okay.
You know what?
If you don't want to down
He's
there,
going to. He's going to
you've
come.
got to go through this stuff.
That gentleman's going home, but we've got people coming to help,
Oh,
okay?
no.
We're going to put some special
No.
cream on you. It'll calm us down.
Yes, I could.
Yep, I know.
could get your cat.
Well, we can't bite, though. That would hurt.
No, it wouldn't reach
It wouldn't.
because I'd have a couple of places.
We got to stay over here. We got to
Scene.
stay over here. That hurts me. You're trying to hurt me, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yep, you are.
That's just worth it.
I
Oh
know.
my goodness
I know.
gracious sakes. And she did. She put it on there.
I hear you.
Oh, that's funny.
You know what, Grandma?
No.
It's going to be okay. You're going to be okay.
Oh. No, I'm not. I want to do some things
I know.
in the forest.
But I can't let you get out right here. It's not safe.
No, I know.
So we're gonna wait.
I did think that you had left your start
I know you did.
in what you have. You know?
Grandma, we've got to stay right here.
No. All right. You write it. Okay. And nobody salad me. Nobody put me any place. Nobody put me at all. But you were the most fifth, pishy fifth with your brother
Yeah.
and whatever. But it's now from here. And I would like to do something with myself because I did not have anything to do once I come in here.
Well, that sounds awful, Grandma.
Yeah, it is awful. It is awful.
That sounds just awful. I'm so sorry that feels that way.
Mm-hmm. There was nothing.
I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Just 1 hour later.
I love you.
I love you too.
You are the person that is doing the first.
Well, thank you, Grandma. I'm glad to be the person.
Yes. Yes.